Onimusha, Way of the Sword represents not just the return of a legendary franchise, but a true technical and artistic reinvention. Powered by Capcom's proprietary RE engine, the game delivers a visual and mechanical experience that both honors the series' legacy and fully embraces the possibilities of the new generation. This is not simply a revival, it is a complete transformation that redefines what Onimusha means in 2025. The RE engine is the beating heart of the game. Originally built for Resident Evil 7, it has since evolved into Capcom's most versatile tool, and in Way of the Sword, it shines like never before. It enables advanced 3D modeling, dynamic volumetric lighting, realistic facial animations, and real-time rendering that elevates every frame. Environments are layered with incredible depth, fog rolls across forests, firelight flickers against temple walls, and shadows dance across ruined villages. The game doesn't just look beautiful, it breathes, reacts, and transforms as the player progresses. Art design excellence. Character and environment design stand out as artistic showcases. The art team combined traditional Japanese aesthetics with modern tools. Autodesk Maya was used for high-poly modeling and animation, Blender for physics simulations and cloth dynamics, and ZBrush for digital sculpting, especially for the grotesque forms of the Genma demon. The attention to detail is astonishing. Garments ripple with authentic textures, swords reflect subtle imperfections, and even scars on warriors' faces tell their own stories. Substance Painter was key to applying realistic textures on weapons, armor, and environmental surfaces, while Adobe Photoshop shaped the game's visual concepts, UI design, and promotional artwork. The result is a brutal yet elegant aesthetic, deeply rooted in Japanese tradition, while enhanced by cutting-edge technology. Motion, animation, fidelity, motion capture and facial performance bring realism to a completely new level. Using Faceware and Digiface, Capcom captured micro-expressions with surgical precision, giving characters emotional weight rarely seen in action games. This is particularly evident in Musashi, inspired by the legendary actor Toshiro Mifune. His subtle gestures, the narrowing of his eyes, or a small smirk before battle, all of these moments feel cinematic and alive. The team used Motion Builder to integrate mocap data with real-time animations, ensuring smooth transitions between combat, exploration, and cutscenes. Every strike carries weight. Every dodge has intention. And every duel becomes a deadly dance of instinct and mastery. Soundtrack, sound design. The soundtrack and sound design are equally meticulous. Using Wwise, the developers built a dynamic audio system that adapts to gameplay rhythm. When you parry, attack, or enter a boss arena, the music swells or softens in real time. Pro Tools was used for editing, mixing, and mastering, blending traditional Japanese instruments like shamisen and taiko drums with modern orchestral tension. This results in an immersive soundscape. Quiet, eerie ambience during exploration suddenly gives way to explosive percussion in battle. The sound doesn't just accompany the action, it reacts to it, drawing the player deeper into the world. Gameplay. Mechanics. At its core, Way of the Sword is built on deliberate, technical combat. The parry system is refined, demanding precision, timing, and careful reading of enemy patterns. The Oni Gauntlet returns, absorbing souls that can be used strategically for healing, powering up, or unleashing devastating magic. And of course, the iconic Isen counterattack is back sharper and more impactful than ever, rewarding split-second timing with cinematic finishers. Each duel feels like a test of skill and patience. Unlike many modern action games that prioritize spectacle, Way of the Sword values discipline and mastery, evoking the samurai spirit. Players are encouraged to study enemies, anticipate their movements, and respond with deadly accuracy. Development tools. Engineering. On the development side, Visual Studio was the core environment for C++ coding and RE engine integration. Perforce ensured smooth version control across Capcom's global teams, while Houdini handled complex visual effects such as magical energy bursts, destructible environments, and particle systems like fire, smoke, and dust. This combination created a stable and scalable foundation, allowing the game to maintain fluid performance even in the most visually intense combat sequences. Testing. Optimization. Performance testing was handled with a customized version of Unreal Insights, adapted for RE Engine, to analyze frame pacing and optimize GPU-CPU balance. Capcom also employed internal tools to fine-tune AI behavior, collision detection, and combat balance. The result? Smooth gameplay at a consistent frame rate even during massive battles with multiple enemies and environmental effects. Artistic direction. Atmosphere. The game's art direction leans heavily into cinematic darkness. Restrained color palettes, sharp contrasts, and atmospheric backdrops build tension at every step. Players will travel through decaying temples, misty forests, and burned villages, each area layered with symbolism and historical references. This is not just a setting, it is a stage where every battle feels like a moment in a samurai epic. Narrative depth. Narratively, Way of the Sword dives deep into Japanese mythology, exploring timeless themes of honor, sacrifice, and redemption. Characters are layered, with motivations that evolve as the story unfolds. Historical reinterpretations of figures like Musashi Miyamoto and Sasaki Kojiro add authenticity and weight, while new characters expand the mythos of the Onimusha universe. The story balances cinematic drama with personal stakes, making every duel more than just combat. It's a clash of ideologies, beliefs, and destinies. UI? Accessibility? The UI design emphasizes immersion and clarity. Menus use calligraphy-inspired typography and minimalist icons, while the in-combat HUD remains discreet, ensuring focus stays on the action. Accessibility was also a key pillar. Adjustable difficulty modes, customizable subtitles, adaptive controller support, and detailed video-audio settings allow players of all skill levels to experience the game without diluting its identity. Technical achievements. From a technical perspective, Way of the Sword is a triumph. Frame rates remain stable even during high-load encounters. Load times are minimal thanks to asset streaming optimization and SSD utilization on next-gen consoles. Capcom managed to balance visual fidelity with raw performance, something not every modern studio achieves. For PC enthusiasts, the game offers full support for ray tracing, DLSS, and HDR, pushing immersion further with real-time reflections, global illumination, and richer particle effects. On high-end hardware, this feels like stepping into a cinematic world. Legacy. Impact. Ultimately, Onimusha Way of the Sword is more than just a continuation. It is a modern reinterpretation of a classic, one that fuses tradition with innovation. It respects the franchise's heritage while paving the way for its future. For longtime fans, it delivers the nostalgia of precise sword combat and supernatural duels. For new players, it presents a polished, modern action game that stands shoulder to shoulder with the best titles of this generation. With cutting-edge technology, refined art direction, immersive storytelling, and technical mastery, it stands as a milestone in Capcom's history, a statement of what can be achieved when tradition meets innovation. For fans of samurai action, Japanese aesthetics, and gameplay precision, Way of the Sword is not just a game, it is an experience. A true gift for players seeking depth, challenge, and beauty in every detail. Onimusha, Way of the Sword is scheduled for release in 2026, marking the return of the franchise after nearly 2 decades without a mainline entry. The game was officially revealed during Gamescom 2025, with trailers showcasing its new combat system, dark atmospheric setting, and impressive visual fidelity. It will launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC, fully harnessing the power of next-generation platforms. Features include SSD optimization, ray tracing, DLSS, HDR, and high frame rate options, ensuring a fluid, cinematic experience across all systems. The PC version, in particular, promises deep scalability with advanced graphical settings tailored for enthusiasts seeking maximum performance. This platform choice reflects Capcom's commitment to modern accessibility and technical excellence. By moving away from last-gen consoles, the studio can fully leverage the RE engine, delivering richer environments, more advanced physics systems, and sharper, more responsive combat. Capcom has also confirmed that the game will be single-player only, with a strong focus on narrative campaign and character progression. This design choice enables a more intimate, polished experience, where every detail from the soundtrack to facial expressions is crafted to immerse the player in an epic journey. With a 2026 release on the horizon, Onimusha, Way of the Sword not only celebrates the legacy of the franchise, but also positions itself as one of the most anticipated next-generation titles. Whether on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, fans will finally wield Musashi's blade and confront the horrors of the miasma in an adventure that promises to be as deep as it is challenging.